Hi, this is a short video where I will be explaining how to onboard a new client in Splynx. So there is a flow that's described with the 4 steps. So first of all, we are adding customer to CRM. Then we work inside the CRM with this client. Then we schedule a job and we plan all the activation of the customer. And then we activate clients, activate him billing, send him welcome message and all this. So we will take a look on each step. First of all, we will sign up the client so he can sign up automatically on the website, or manually we will add him to CRM. The next stage is we are in touch with him using emails and phone, and then we do the site survey and we send him the offer and quotation, and when everything is accepted, we go to the step number 3. Step number 3, we plan the job and we plan the customer connection. When the customer is connected, then we do the customer activation. So we see that in the planning, I use tickets, I use work scheduling module, and then contact client. So this all are the steps that you can use, but it's not mandatory. You can have your own flow. The 4th step is I convert client from lead to customer, allocate him equipment, and then send installer to connect, and that's all. So let's take a look on it, how it works in the real life. The first step, so if we go back to the slide, the first step is the form, the registration form. You can use this form and put it to your website, or you can just go and add your lead here manually, filling these fields. Okay, so but imagine that our client, Daniel Cherry, so he adds his own data on your website and he wants to connect. City, so he types his number and he types his email and he chooses the tariff plan that you offer him. It can be, for example, 20 meg line and the public IP address. He says, and he agrees and he submits. Thank you for contacting. We'll reach you all these messages you can configure inside Splynx. Let's go to the lead and we will see there's a new client, Daniel Cherry, that was created. And when we go to this customer, we see that there is a source added by sign up widget and the customer is ready, or the lead is ready. It was auto assigned to me because I set up this inside the Splynx configuration, but it can be assigned to different admins. So that the first step was done. So the first step was here is adding customer to CRM. So he is already there. We need to contact customer. We need to send him the email. We need to call him. So I have his number. I can make a call if I have my platform for calling connected here, or I can send him the message, or I can take the quote and say, okay, let's check the quote. So I speak with client and he says that he doesn't need a public IP and actually he needs to change to 50 meg. So that will be his new quote. And I say, okay, so the quote will be sent, save it, and I send it to my customer. I can use my sales email. As you can see, there is a selection, send the system email or sales, because I have my email connected through IMAP. So I'm sending my communication is done through my sales email. Let's go here, choose quote notification and send it. So I'm sending it to customer. And as you can see, all my communication with the customer is stored here inside my communication tab. And the customer can answer and can accept it. And I also, there's the one thing, by default, this is always changed when I send the quote, but when the quote is generated from the website, now it's not saving it, but this is the quote value. So this is the value, the lead value. And when I go to my lead view, you can see that all my leads, they have different stages or pipelines. So the first one, this one is new. So because I sent him the email and I already sent him the quote, so I'm moving him to contact and quotation stage. Good. So the customer accepted. So he says, okay, everything is accepted. He sends me back the email where we can see it here. So there is a See, there is a quote that I receive as a client. So I'm a client, Daniel Cherry. I'm receiving the quote from this company, and I say, yes, great, go ahead. So, and customer is ready. So I'm moving him to planning stage. And now, as we can see, the first stage and the second stage was done. Let's go to the planning stage. Planning stage, I'm a salesperson. I cannot make him schedule. I don't know who will install it. So what I need to do, I need to push it forward to my installers or to my planning department. The one option how I can do it is that I can create a ticket. As you can see here, I can create a ticket, and that ticket will be immediately assigned to my engineering team. So I'm creating the ticket and I'm saying this ticket is new installation, and I can even use some canned responses or some messages that I will be sending to my client, but I'm not sending anything to client. I'm just creating a ticket. And I say, this is a new install. Please assist. All is done and confirmed. So I'm, as a salesperson, creating this ticket, and that's all. So the ticket is created. It is put on the new new installation type. I can type the priority and say, okay, this is the high priority. And then my installers or my planner, the planning person, now will have this ticket. So he's in charge. He can see here when he logs in, he can see that there are new tickets and some tickets assigned to him. And he says, okay, so this ticket is now mine. We can find these tickets there. So they are, if we sort them this way, for example, based on the date created or date modified. So there is a new ticket for new installation, and I made them red. Okay, so this ticket is a new installation for customer Daniel Cherry. So now I act as a planner. So I say, okay, I need to plan this job. What do I have to do for that? So you can see that the ticket was created. I can make a work schedule, and then I'll just inform customer what will be the installation date. Good. What I do, I create a task. So I say, okay, ticket is done. I create a task and say there is a new install. I can use new client template. The new template immediately puts the customer name, the customer address there, additional data, and selects the project new install. Everything is done. What I need to do is just to select installer, for example, James, and I can immediately schedule this job for his calendar. So I click the calendar and I choose, and I see that this guy, his date is full, and also he for the next week, but I need to connect this client tomorrow. And I say, okay, that's good. I will make it tomorrow 7 p.m. for this installer, and I save it and I create a task. So the task is ready. I create the task. It's assigned to my installer, James, and I know that it will be done tomorrow, 7 p.m. So what I do in this stage, I go back to my ticket and I send the notification to my customer. Okay, so this is what I'm doing. I can use my, here there is a template for new internet connection message, and I'll say the activation will be done, and this is the date. So I can even make it bold and send it to customer. Because the ticket is created and nothing was sent to client yet, what I do, I put his email address here and I write him the message. Send the message, and I can set it up on the sum of the statuses, for example, work in progress. And we can make a note, like a please check if the visibility is 100%, whatever. Now, this task we use for tracking and also for sending communication to clients, but well, this is, I mean, this ticket, and then we have a task for it. Okay, as you can see that there is a task for this ticket as well. So there is a task from this, so we can switch between task and between ticket. Now, everything is planned. So number 3 is done. What is my next step? I need to prepare everything for customer activation. So when my installer goes there and he connects the client the client already should have an active service, and he must have an equipment allocated to his profile. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I will go to convert the client first, and then I'll allocate the equipment. Convert the client. So let's go to client. Let's go to this lead. And what I do the conversion, because I know that this client is already my customer. So everything is already done. So he confirmed, and even he can sign the contract with me. I convert him. I can just continue without selecting any service, or because I know that he submitted and he already accepted this quote, I'm saying, okay, so I will choose this quote for 40 euro. I can update, do I want to create the invoice immediately for client for prorata or not? I'm not doing that. I'll just activate him, and the invoice will be created in the next recurring period. Data that I can change, I don't want to change anything, and then I continue because I want to set up that this customer, because we will connect him tomorrow. So let's start charging him from Monday. So from Monday, he will be part of my recurring billing. This is his PPPoE user 22. This is his password, and I can assign him some IPv4 address, IPv6. So this is all inside during conversion. So I'm converting client, and he is not lead anymore, but still my all communication with this customer is still there. So you can see that all my tickets are there, or my CRM communication is there, the quotes are there, but I have him already with active service. So this customer is ready to start using internet or voice or all my services. What I need to do my next step is allocate equipment to him. So I go to my inventory items and just choose the equipment and say, okay, so this one is the equipment, or this one that has the barcode. I say, okay, this one will go, and I assign it to customer Daniel. To this one. So Daniel Cherry has the equipment already assigned to him. That's almost all. Everything is done. Customer activated, equipment allocated. The next step tomorrow, or imagine that now it's tomorrow already, and my installer James is going and installing the connection. So for that, he will get tomorrow morning, he'll get the notification of all his tasks. Currently, he has 4 tasks. We can see that inside his scheduling calendar. So if I go to his calendar, I see that there are 4 tasks for this person. And so see there is a James installer, and for new installs, I can even schedule and add him 1 more task for tomorrow. It's fine for tomorrow. I don't need to touch it. But what he will see inside his inside his connection app. So let me share my screen. Let me change the sharing. And let me make a new share on my iPhone. So this is the app. You can see that there is James installer. He has his backlog. He has his map of connections that he has to do. And then he has all the tasks. So if I go to his dashboard, he says, you have 4 scheduled tasks and 1 unscheduled. And these are the tasks for Friday, for tomorrow. I say, okay, so there's a new Daniel Cherry client. As you can see, there are some additional data there for him, but he can check the customer data here, like an address, phone number. And again, I'm starting doing this job. So he's starting, it was changed to in progress, and now the time tracking. So, okay, I prepare my materials, cable, condition, all this is fine. And now what I do is that I finished. Now what I want to show you here is that everything is, as I finish it, and when I finish this, it will just stop and move it to the done status. Okay, what we forgot to make is we need to make a photo of our installed equipment. So there is a router let's make it use the photo, and we can make a comment saying all went down, all is done and good. So the task is done. Now we go back to our tasks and we see that in our new installs, there is a view and this task was done. Also, I can choose this view, which shows me that Daniel Cherry was connected already. So service is active, everything is done here. And what I need to do is I'm sending the welcome message to client. So that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to this client and just send him the welcome message. So welcome, it can be SMS, it can be a template. And I just send it with his credentials to the portal. And as I can see that he has a service that will be built and billing is active. Everything is done. So customer is ready to connect. Thank you for your time. That's all from my side.